I'm sitting here waiting for my water tank to fill. I've just moved the ewes onto this new chunk. I'm only giving them a half day of feed at a time, mainly because I want them to eat some of the less palatable stuff so I don't end up with a mat of thatch again, so I don't have to mow it again. Also, I'm looking at weaning these lambs in, I would say 3 or 4 days to a week, depending on how my grass holds out. My idea is that I'm going to finish this little draw, and which will probably give me 2 more days worth of feed. And then I'm going to put them on grass hay. I'm creep feeding the lambs, which I'm already doing. I'm creep feeding and giving alfalfa. And the idea is that as the ewes produce less milk, the lambs will start to eat the alfalfa and creep better. And after 3 to 4 days of that, I will move the ewes up onto my native pasture and continue to feed them only grass hay up there until they stop crying for their babies, which usually only takes a couple days if they can't hear them. After that, we will go ahead and get them moved on to their new owners when they are dried up for sure and we know there's no mastitis. The lambs will stay here for at least a month. We are going to help them transition onto just grass, so they'll be fed until they're 3 months old for the youngest ones. And then we will go ahead and wean them off of any creep or hay. And this whole time they will be on grass if they want it, but they will also be on the more nutritious stuff that will help them transition off the milk. That's my plan. It's always subject to change, but right now I feel like we're not going to have enough grass to keep them all right here. And because we finally did get rain, but everything's going to seed and there's just not that much this year, which is fine. There is an argument to go ahead and wean your lambs at 3 months anyway. A lot of people wean their ram lambs at that age. I've listened to a podcast on Fed by Farmers with Nerys Wright that argues that you should wean your lambs at 3 months anyway, which most of these will be 3 months old when I wean. The reasoning being is that the lambs are at this point competing with their mothers for grass, and they're only getting 20% of their nutrition from the ewe. So if you separate them, that ewe can bounce back quicker, and therefore she is more likely to ovulate with twins. If she's kept thin all that time, she's more likely to have a single because she's not recuperated. I suppose ideally you'd keep them fat all the way through, but that's, in my opinion, that's pretty hard to do. It's just, if you've got a good milking ewe, she's going to put it all into milk no matter what you feed her. So anyway, interesting concept. I can put a link to that. Also, when these guys are fully on creep, I will deworm them with the lye method. I can put a link about that in there too. But basically, you put lye water, a very dilute concentrate, into their feed. Just have to do it once, and it changes the pH of the gut enough that the worms cannot survive. And I've had great luck with this. As long as you've got them on the feed so they get enough of the lye water, it's a great thing. I had trouble getting a ram lamb to eat it. He was wormy when he came to our place, and I wormed him again later on. He was on creep feed a bit better, and it worked fabulously. Definitely did better after he was dewormed with a full dose. Anyway, hope you all are doing well. Talk to you later. Bye.